y'all about my day. I stayed up all night. Well, first yesterday I came home and I was like, I'm totally gonna like prioritize like health and self-care and sleep. And I sat down in the bed, and the bed is also like my office, right? So I start working on my laptop, and I'm like, I need to finish this Fulbright application. So I really start going through the list, and I mean, I've already been filling it out here and there, but I really, really needed to work on my personal statement and my statement of research. But I'd already written them out multiple times, and I just wasn't happy with either one. And suddenly I had a stroke of inspiration last night. I completely changed my personal statement. I just started from scratch, from like the beginning of time for my life. And then I took my research proposal, and I was like, I don't like this either. So I didn't scratch the whole thing. But I definitely scratched the major premise, and I did some huge reworking of that paper without even giving it a second thought. Oh, let me get over. There you go. All right. So without even giving it a second thought, I submitted it to like the Fulbright team at my school. And it was about 2 a.m., I guess. After submitting it to them, I took both of those documents and emailed 3 of my professors and asked them to be references. Again, not having proofread these documents or anything. I'm just like, I'm done. Like, this is it. This is what I want to say. This is how I want to be represented. And people can make edits if they want, but like, this is me. And it was research that I could stand behind. I'm not going to tell y'all what it is right now, because if I don't get the Fulbright grant this time, I might reapply in, a year or two. But anyway, so sent those documents out to 3 of my professors, all in the historic preservation department. Asked them to be references. And traffic, I tell you, I hate rush hour traffic. It's almost 7 o'clock. There should be no rush hour traffic, but there is. Yay. Oh, don't you get in front of me going slow. You see how fast I'm going? No. Stay over there. Doggone it. Excellent. Okay. All right, back to work here. So, it was like 2 a.m., submitted everything. I was so tired. I'm like, I'm done. This is like my life's work. I've exhausted all my energy onto these electronic papers, and I'm going to go to bed. So I laid down, tossed and turned all night long, watched the sunrise, and just was so uncomfortable and so unable to sleep. I didn't get much sleep at all last night. Up at 6:40 this morning to start my day. First thing I see when I wake up is an email from one of the Fulbright team members, and they're like, I'm completely blown away, and this is the best research paper and personal statement that we've seen, and blah blah blah, and like, you're definitely in the top 5 of best proposals at the school like ever. And like, it was more than I expected. Like, they just had so much good stuff to say, so many good things to say, and it felt good. It felt like validating, because this has been a real struggle in validation for me. Stay in your lane, sir. Thank you. It's been like, I don't know if anybody out there has ever dealt with like not feeling good enough, or like, it's sort of like when everyone in society expects you to not succeed, to not achieve, you begin to question, like, can I? Like, is it possible? Like, if they don't want me to, or if they think I can't, maybe I can't. Maybe I can't because they won't let me. I don't know why. But it really creates this self-doubt, self-questioning. But I had a professor that's been encouraging me the whole time, and I've been really thankful to her for just, and it's not like constant, it's just occasionally she has been checking in on me or whatever, and it's just been at the times when I needed it. And that's really what has kept me going through this process. So anywho, I got that first email this morning, and then when I got to school, I realized, I had another email that I missed, I guess. And that was from the teacher I was just talking about, and she was talking about how she has like this sense of euphoria, like reading my paper, and she was just like amazed at the human being that I am, and like all of these wonderful things. Like, I don't think anyone has ever said such nice stuff about me before, such high praise. And she is not one, to give these kind of praises like thoughtlessly. It means a lot. It means a lot coming from her. In a lot of ways, I think she's like me. Like, I don't just tell people they did a good job if they didn't. I don't lie. I don't sugarcoat a lot of things. I don't try to make people feel better about their actions or their behavior. If they didn't succeed, they didn't succeed. If they didn't excel, well, they didn't. And it's not to be rude or mean, but I'm not going to pretend like you did something you didn't. And so when I give praise, I mean it, and it's heartfelt, and I feel the same way like about her. Like, when she gives praise, when she says words of kindness and things like that, it's really meant. And so I definitely felt that. I think this morning I probably cried for about 15 or 20 minutes, just because it's good to get the validation. It's good to be like, yes, I can. Like, I can do this. I can do this. And to have other people around me be like, yes, you're amazing, go for it. And that's just a great feeling. It's a really great feeling. I don't know how else to explain it. So there was that. I struggled today with affiliates for the Fulbright application. You have to have 3. Well, they give you space for 3 affiliates on the application. You have to have at least 1. And of course, the more you have, the better, right? Because affiliates are supposed to provide some kind of support. That support could come in any shape or form. It could be like access to archives or office space, or they'll, I don't know, advise you on your research, or maybe they'll help you find a place to live, or whatever the case may be, right? And so you're basically cold calling these people, or in my case, emailing them, because they're in Poland. My research is in Poland. And it's tough, because in this day of like spam mail and scams and this kind of thing, like, I am a random person sending an email in English to people who speak Polish and I'm telling them all this stuff about myself. I'm putting attachments in the email, right? Because we're supposed to send our research proposal and like our statements, our personal statements if we choose. So we're sending this information to them in attachments, which, right, you're not supposed to open attachments. And then on top of that, I'm asking them to give me something. I'm asking them to do something for me. So if they're not familiar with the Fulbright, which, I mean, I can give them the link to the website, that's great. But if they're not familiar with the Fulbright, it could seem like a scam, right? Hello, I'm this random student from America. I want to do research in your country. Will you support me by sending me $500? That's kind of how it feels, right? And please, by the way, download these attachments that may or may not have a virus in them. So yeah, I've not had a lot of success. I've emailed probably 20 something people. I've explained the situation and what I'm doing, and I've answered questions. Like, some of them responded with questions. I think 2 responded with questions, which I answered. It's funny, one of them was like, do you have an advisor? Because this is very important. And I'm like, that's kind of why I'm emailing you, because I need an advisor. So, and they were actually one of the top 2 people on my list to be an advisor. Like, number 1 is a university out there, and the second was them. They're an archaeology, like, field school kind of organization. So anyway, yeah, I was I was frustrated by that email. I did get 1 no, but that person was like, this is sort of outside of the scope of what my organization does. We preserve Polish cultural heritage in other countries, which I completely understood. So that I didn't take that no to heart, and he was very encouraging and wished me, success on my project and things like that. So I didn't feel bad about that at all. What I feel bad about is the people who just aren't responding. There's nothing I can do. I did today decide to reach out to people in America who have done research in Poland, who have gone to school in Poland, that kind of thing, to see if any of these folks have contacts in Poland right now. So if I can get an introduction email, if I can drop some names in my email and be like, such and such told me to reach out to you, that kind of thing, like, that opens doors. Like, it's always about who you know, right? So if I can do that, it's great for me. Get around this truck again. So that's what I'm working on now. I emailed the professor at University of Alabama, and that's what I told her. I was like, look, your name keeps popping up in research. You've studied the same thing that I'm interested in, but like from a different perspective anyway. And I think she's also Polish. And I was just like, I'm doing this Fulbright thing, and I need some contacts in Poland. Do you have any? And she sent me some. And one of them happened to be at the university that I want to study under. So that was like really encouraging. She was like, my contacts are old. It's probably not going to be helpful, but I'm like, it's better than nothing. So I did that and did some research in Polish. Yes, I am researching in Polish, even though I don't understand Polish at all. Google Translate for the win, y'all. I stick some terms into Google Translate, pull them out in Polish, copy and paste that mess into a Google search screen. What is this calling? I don't know. And I just go with it from there. I wonder if I should answer that. I'm just looking at a 970 number. I don't know who that is. So yeah, I'm just hopeful that something pans out. Let's see if I can get that thing to stop ringing. So right now it's 12:55 a.m. in Poland. So this is about the time that I would normally be sending out my emails, because they're asleep, right? And in like 5 or 6 hours, I'll be asleep, but they'll be awake and they'll be reading my emails. So hopefully when I wake up, I'll have responses. That's how I'm working it, so that every morning I have that excitement of, am I going to be like emailed by anybody today? Fingers crossed, but it's sad to do all this work on a proposal. And y'all, I had to build this thing from scratch. I had to find a country. I had to find an issue that resonates with me in my field. And I had to hope that a country that's available on the Fulbright this year had that issue, which is a terrible thing to wish on somebody. And I researched almost every single country on that Fulbright to look at their historic preservation concerns right now. And this is the one I went with. I know it seems strange, like Poland is way out of left field and it's not like my first choice of places to like visit for vacation, especially since it's so close to Ukraine and Russia, and you know they have that whole like war thing happening. So yeah, I'm nervous about that, but my research would be on the opposite side of Poland, so maybe it's not so bad. We'll see. But it really stinks to do all that work, and I've done it in an immensely short amount of time. I'm talking 3 weeks max here, to do all of that research, to finally choose a place, and then have to continue to research that place so that I can craft a proper proposal. You're talking researching geography, researching racial issues, researching preservation issues, trying to find locations of cemeteries and professors and archaeologists and universities who have worked on various issues so that I can find people to contact and to make my research relevant, not just to Poland, but to the United States and to the whole of the doggone world. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's not the same as like, you know, I study monkeys and they have monkeys in this country, so I'm going to go to this country and study monkeys. You know, like it's a lot more that I have to put into this. And preservation a lot of times is filled with intangibles and non-deliverables, you know, like, so I had to create tangibles out of intangibles. I had to create action items. I have to create deliverables that I can give to someone. Okay. A message from whoever just called. I think it's a mortgage place. I was talking to someone about buying a house, so not that I can, but yeah, that's probably what that is. But yeah, it's been a lot of effort. It's been a lot of my life right now. Nearly every waking moment is spent on this Fulbright. And, you know, I have a full caseload at school. I'm still doing classes all the time. And on top of that, I don't know why this truck is riding up on me like this. Like, you got 5 lanes and you want to sit in mine. I don't understand that. 5 lanes, y'all. And most of them are empty. But yeah, I don't understand the point in doing all this research only to have it fall through because I couldn't get an affiliate to agree. And it's very possible that they won't because my research is controversial. It deals with mistreatment of minority groups and uses terms that people may not want to deal with. So I have a professor now looking at my paper, trying to ease the impact. I don't know why my mom sent me that message. I'm trying to ease the impact so that, you know, I know the U.S. will agree to this project, but will Poland? See, phase 1 is just getting through the U.S. acceptance, but Poland has to accept me. And if they don't like what I'm researching, if that's not what they want to present to the public, if that's not what they care about right now, or it offends them, then why would they accept me? And so I could have done all this work for nothing, to not even be able to submit my application if I can't get an affiliate. So that is the frustrating part of this process. It's stressing me out. It's stressing me out. And I have until October 10th, so I'm just waiting. And I'm just hoping that between now and then, one of those 20-something people that I've emailed will be like, oh, yeah, maybe I should respond to this person. I don't know. Besides that, I don't know why. Okay. Why do people text me weird stuff sometimes? I don't know. I just got a text that a family member of a family member is in France. Like, I'm not in France, okay? I don't know, it's weird. Anywho, so that's where I'm at right now, and that has been the stressfulness of my doggone month. This whole month has been about Fulbright, and I won't even get into all the other classes that I have, the assignments that I have. I literally have a introductory essay for the homelessness project that my class is doing in the community. It's due tomorrow. I have not even started on it. Like, I have the bibliography for it, but I've not started on it at all. It should be fairly easy, right? But like, it's just the time. Like, it's 7:00 at night and it's due tomorrow, and I'm still on the road. Like, I'm not even home from school yet. And I've got another paper. It's actually a literature review that's due in, what's today, the 22nd? It's due in like 3 days. And my literature review has to use 10 sources. Like 10? That's a lot. That's a lot to review. That is a lot. And these aren't like short articles. These are 40, 50 page articles in some cases. And I'm supposed to use like some that we used in class, and then I'm supposed to go out and find some of my own. I have to create a topic, which I have not even done. My mind is all over the place right now because the Fulbright has just sucked out all of my mental power, all of my attention, everything. Even when I'm sitting in class learning about other stuff, like, my brain is on the internet, like looking for potential affiliates, filling out applications, tweaking some of my proposals and other required documents. Like, it's all consuming, y'all. It's all consuming. It's too much. It's too much. And then there's this community project that I'm doing in my advanced methods in historic preservation class. It's a lab class. We are surveying a neighborhood and writing this CRS report. And then we're going to do like a National Register nomination. And I tell you, I have a team of 3, and we have 60 plots, parcels, pieces of land to work through. I think it's more like, I don't know, 57 or 59, something like that. But I'm rounding it to 60 because I don't know the exact number. And I'm spending every Tuesday and every Thursday between 2 and 4 hours outside with my group surveying houses. On top of that, I'm supposed to be doing deed research on 5 houses. All of us have to do 5 for a total of 15 per group. It's a lot. I've not even chosen my properties. I've not even started my deed research. We're behind on the surveys, and we are doing surveying every possible chance that we can. But 2 people in my group, myself and another guy, we drive an hour and a half for school. That's a long time. So I cannot survey until 7 and 8 o'clock at night, because then I can't do homework and I don't have a life. So we just decided this week that we're gonna make extra trips to school on Saturday and Sunday. And I'm like, who's paying for my gas? Because this is ridiculous. But yeah, on Saturday and Sunday, we're gonna come back up and try to like catch up and get really close to being finished. But I'm not feeling good about it. I'm not feeling good about any of this. It's too much. It's too much. It's tiring. It's exhausting. And it's too much. I don't understand why the teachers feel the constant need to just drop so much on students at one time. Ooh, it's goodies in the road. Looks like a truck tire exploded. That's fun. I am probably going to go ahead and switch lanes first. I'm probably going to go ahead and turn this off. My hands are aching. Today in my survey group, I did all of the drawing of properties. I shared it with another guy, and one guy, all he does is just record digitally because drawing is not his forte. But I'm out of practice with writing by hand because I type so much. I usually type my notes and everything. So like using a pencil and holding a clipboard and all of that, like, it made my fingers cramp because it's not motions that I'm used to anymore. Get over. Okay. Man, it's bouncy. It's fun. Anyway, and yeah, my hand is cramping, and holding this camera is actually hurting my hand, and my pinky's falling asleep. So I think I better give my hand a rest. Well, thank you for listening to me gripe, moan, and complain about my day. It's just another day in the life of KP. This is the way it goes down. School is tough, man. It's tough. It's tough. I don't care what nobody says. It is hard work. And I'm glad I went full time, but I'm also sad that I went full time because I would love to have time to sleep and like work and make money. That would be nice. Money is nice. Yeah, it would be nice to have more balance in my life. Full-time school is not made for adults with families and other responsibilities. It's definitely made for youngins. So it's a pet peeve of mine. Something I would like to advocate for is more fair class times and more availabilities for class times in the evenings. If they can do it in grad school, you can do it in undergrad. Come on. So yeah. That's it, y'all. I'm gonna shut this down and continue with my travels. I still have like another hour of driving. I don't know how long I've been on the road. Where even am I? Okay, yeah, I'm about 45 minutes out from home. So I'm gonna find something fun to do while I drive. And I will talk to y'all later. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit your notification things, because I'm not able to release videos as often as I was because right now I'm in school. Like I told y'all before, I've got videos just waiting to be edited and released. And I actually have videos right now on this camera that I could upload, but when I get home, I have other priorities. So we'll see if I can start getting these out. Maybe after this Fulbright thing on October 10th, I'll have time to breathe and think about other stuff like editing these videos. So we'll see. But thanks for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.